Hello. All right. I'm going to do my volume profiling, my the negative volume index analysis, and down here, my positive volume index analysis. And just a fast recap to understand what these are, the volume profiling on the right is the price action for a specific range and the volume that was happening at that price action. You see it on the right histogram. Here on top is the smart money, the negative volume index. So every decreasing day in volume, that price action is indexed in this study right here. And every day at the bottom is the negative volume index, also known as a crowd money. Every day that the volume was increasing, then the price action was indexed right here. So if ever you see that thing going up, that's kind of the split brain of that price action divided on just like seeing what's happening on declining volume days. It's the chart would actually look pretty close to that. It means the price action loves declining volume days. And this is for the negative. So when you combine those two together, then you get the final price action that you see here. So what I want today, I want to go through the silver charts for different the big currencies and see a little bit if we could observe any details that's going to give us some clues to where this is heading, guys. Monthly chart, linear. Let's start silver, Australian dollars. Look at that beautiful, beautiful kind of. A lot of people saying it looks like this pullback that we had back in 2010 before going up to all-time highs, squeezed up, and let's see this bounce back. I want this bounce back. We need to go above these previous highs to really confirm that we're going to keep going up, that the pullback's done. Huge volume defined base right down here for this huge base. And we see that the smart money has been in the trade for the crowd money has been in the trade for a long time. Change that color. Trading view is awesome. So they really be in there supporting the price action all the time. Oh, let's do another one here. Breaking up. And here we have the smart money. See how the smart money was here supporting? So that means on declining volume days, the smart money was buying, and combine that with the crowd buying on increasing volume days. You see how it supports price action? That's what we want. Eventually, those two will sync up. Now the smart money got off on. They were dumping on declining volume days while the crowd was still buying, maintaining the price action. But look at that. Oh, it's turning back up. So now the smart money is getting back in the trade. So declining volume days, they're buying it up. And right here, we have a breakout for the crowd money. So this is very bullish. My crystal balls, silver and Australian dollar. I'm really expecting this to continue upwards. XAG in Canadian dollars, pretty much the same thing. You see how the smart money was deciding the trend, and usually the negative volume index, they're the very high percentage of identifying correctly the trend. And the crowd money is, I see it as the fuel, which pushes a trend in overdrive. So when you get both, look how fast it goes. Smart money dropping, 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 stagnating the price action for Canadian dollars, for the silver and Canadian dollars, even if the crowd money was still buying on increasing volume days. But look at that. Look what's happened right now as this went up. And we have a breakout right here. Price action exploded. And when you cross over the zero line, it's really going to be bullish. So right now, I think the best is yet to come for Canadian dollars, Silver Express and Canadian dollars. And the Swiss franc, crowd money never really letting out. There's a breakout right there. Price action exploding. Why? Look at that. The smart money bouncing off the zero line and re-getting into trade, buying up those dips on declining volume days. Huge, huge volume defined base right here. Just beautiful setup continuing for silver. And you know that, look, see, you could draw resistance lines everywhere on any chart, on any indicator. So it kind of gives you a high watermark here that this could be some fuel left before we think about having a resistance or this could pull back down. Silver in euros. And look at that. Keep this one in mind, because when we go to the US dollar, you're going to understand this chart a little bit more. The smart money never really gave up on Silver Express in euros for all those years. silver's weakness versus the US dollar. And they were always buying up the dips in the euros. And the crowd, somewhat similar, supporting here. And right now breaking out. So we got some good supportive volume defined support for the current price action for silver and euros right there. XAG and GPD, pretty much like the euro. Smart money was there. Then after that, started exiting, but right now starting to go back up. And look, I could draw another breakout line here. So here is my wall. Previous support, boop. And now, and once the support is broken, it becomes resistance, can't go up, can't go up, can't go up. Testing it, can't go up, going back down. But look, higher lows. So I expect the smart money to keep buying up any of those dips. And the crowd, you see the pattern. They're in the trade. They're pushing that trend. XAG, okay, I'm going to skip the Hong Kong dollar because that's just a peg to the US dollar. I don't want to ruin the punchline, which is coming up soon. XAG in Japanese yen. Nobody's bullish the yen for all this period. Smart money staying strong, breaking out, pulling back the breakout line and continuing up. You can see it here in the price action. Huge volume defined base right here. So silver's the volume profiling for silver is not that bad, guys. It looks pretty sweet. For all these years, these currencies versus the US dollar, nobody's like them. So you see they don't really go, the smart money is not really believing in these currencies since they're all failing versus the US dollar. See, the negative volume index is never dipping below zero. Here's another breakout right here. There's a whole bunch of breakout lines, one after the other. And the next one I'd be wary of for silver expressed in New Zealand dollars right here. And look at that, keep going up and up. See, this one's a little bit better. It's already in that top congestion zone, right? So it's already right here. So now this important support turned resistance, broke out above that resistance, and now it's a pivot line. So that's super duper. As it was important support here, it's become important support for us right here. The crowd really getting in the trade, buying up on those accelerating volume days. Nice base, just beautiful, beautiful setup. We had the best time, guys, to get in silver was really right here. We had all the clues to get in here, but if you didn't, now there's a big move right here, and right now it's going to be consolidating sideways from here, and hopefully this support is going to hold. Silver and Singapore dollars, another one. Smart money getting in. Parabolic move in price action, going down, and now trying to go crazy once again. Where is my... Here, I could even could draw a trend line here. So you break out the first trend line, and after that, from that same point, you break out above another trend line, which becomes support, breaking out above. Nice volume defined base here on the volume profiling. Beautiful stuff. All right, last one, guys. I had to blitz to get to this one. Look at the US dollar. It's the inverse. It's like the inverse of all the other world currencies that were suffering against the DXY for all those years. Well, the crowd never gave up on silver, even expressed in US dollars. So they've been kind of suffering price action wise, buying on accelerating volume days, getting their hopes up. But they're hoping that the smart money will start supporting the price action, buying on declining volume days. And right here, see, always it's been negative for a while. But right here, we had a change in 2008 after the GFC. Look what happened to the price action when the smart money buys up silver expressed in US dollars. Whoa, explodes. So that's what happens when you start at the bottom here and you cross over, especially when you cross above the zero line. You see, that's when it went parabolic right there. Where are we today? We've been suffering for a long time. Everybody's bullish on the US dollar for all those years. But look at that. Look how it's starting to change. And once that crosses zero, you know you have the support of the crowd buying up all those breakouts on increasing volume days. But once the smart money starts buying on and not dump on those declining volume days, those low volatility days. We're very close to an explosive setup right here, guys. See, the US dollar so strong that instead of consolidating above its 2011-13 congestion area above, see, it's consolidating below. But once this is done and could bust through and close up above those 28 levels on the monthly basis, this should really, really explode higher. So add that to the other weight of evidence, the DXY, uh, the real yields going down, etc. It's really looking good for silver. So right now we had the initial breakout, we're consolidating, and the next move is going to be when this is really goes above zero there. The best is yet to come, guys. All right. Thanks for watching.